There has been a lot of questions being asked by people on different visa categories in the UK being affected by the new immigration policy announced by the new UK Home Secretary James Cleverly. And the information I'll be sharing with you in this video is actually on the House of Commons Library website. And this information basically is to answer some questions or some frequently asked questions about immigration changes announced in December 2023, including the minimum income to sponsor a spouse or partner visa in the United Kingdom. Now, many of these immigration policies, which is expected to come to take effect in spring 2024, is definitely going to affect a lot of people. And there's been a lot of questions around, oh, is it going to affect only those in the UK or those outside the UK? How would this policy affect people who are in the UK on the partner visa, or those who are already in the UK on a different visa category like a student visa? How is it going to affect them from applying for a skilled worker visa, and so many other questions. Now, there's some clarification already made on the House of Commons Library website, and I'll be sharing it with you in this video. So if this is like something you'd like to know, don't go anywhere, keep watching to the end. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, please do hit the subscribe button to join the amazing Going family. And my eternal subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. A lot of concerns has really been raised in the last couple of weeks after the UK Home Secretary James Cleverly made his announcements on the 4th of December 2023, and this announcement is to describe the 5-point plan of the UK government to reduce legal migration into the United Kingdom. And despite the fact that some of these policies seems to be something that would help the UK government to help manage and control net migration in the UK, is actually, has raised a lot of concerns among immigrants to some different visa categories, especially the pre-settlement visa categories, and also British citizens who have got partners who are not British nationals and planning to bring them into the United Kingdom on the family visa. So there's been a lot of changes and a lot of concern being raised in the media. So in this video, we're going to be talking about some of the questions that have been asked, frequently asked questions that have been asked, and the answers that are actually being given on the House of Commons Library website. So this is an official website for the House of Commons, and yeah, we're going to look at some of those questions. So the first question is, when will the changes happen? Now, it's a public knowledge already that this changes is expected to happen in spring 2024, and no further information about the timing is available at the moment, so we don't know, because of course spring is a couple of months, so we don't know which of the months in spring this particular policy is going to be implemented. However, finger crossed, I know a lot of people who are planning to apply for an extension or to renew their visa during spring or after spring are actually a bit bothered to see how this change in policy is going to affect them. However, finger crossed, let's see what's really going to happen in the next couple of months when the UK government officially put more clarification and then publish a statement or agenda, a statement of change to the immigration rules. Now, the next question being really asked is, would there be advance warning of the exact date for these changes? Now, which is one of the things people are really trying to look out for, especially those who are on a work visa, or if their visa is going to expire, let's say for instance in April 2024, people would like to know when this is going to take effect so they can plan to probably either apply early enough or get more clarification on how this policy is going to affect them. Now, the change would need to be implemented in the statement of change to the immigration rules. Now, statement of change must be laid before Parliament and are therefore published, so the Parliament have to approve before it's been published online. There's no minimum length of time that statements need to have been laid before coming into force. By convention, there's usually at least 21 days between the statement being laid and the changes in it taking effect. So yeah, people, it's not a fast rule that it has to be 28 days, but conventionally it takes 28 days between the statement being put into placed before the Parliament and when it actually takes effect. Now, separately from the formal procedure, the government may make further announcements about the timing and specifics of the changes between now and next spring. So finger crossed, we're going to keep our ear out there so we can get to know when exactly this is really going to be implemented. Now the next question being asked is, will MPs be voting to approve or reject or amend the changes? Now the truth is, a lot of people, a lot of MPs across the UK, not just in England, across the UK, in Scotland, in Wales, Northern Ireland, many of them have really been voicing their concern on how this reduction in net migration is going to affect their own economy. Now if you listen recently to an interview being done by a member of parliament in Scotland, he was able to air his opinion on how he's not in total support, or he's not in support at all of some of the changes being made in relation to net migration. You want to listen to what he has to say.
An awful lot about legal migration as well recently. Does Scotland need more migration?
Absolutely. And the statement that the Home Secretary gave yesterday, for me, was absurd. It was ignorant, and it's going to lead to economic damage. And that's because of the fact that we know that migrants contribute more to the Treasury than they take out. We know that for every 1% increase in the workforce that's made up of migrants, we see a commensurate 1.2% to 3% increase in productivity. And having more people of working age in the economy is a good thing. Scotland has not just an ageing population, but has a declining population and a declining working age population. We need migrants in Scotland. It's economically beneficial to us for our public services. It's good, and socially and culturally it enriches us.
Listen to the video. You can actually also confirm how immigrants in the United Kingdom are massively contributing to the productivity and the earning capacity of the UK government. However, if Scotland can actually see this, I believe many other countries can also attest to the fact that immigration has been one of the major blessings to the UK, especially post-Brexit and post-COVID. Many immigrants have been able to help them cover up a lot of social occupation in the country. And of course, as you can hear, as you heard from the MP from Scotland, he also confirmed that productivity has increased due to immigration into Scotland. And I believe that same thing, in so many other countries in the United Kingdom. But the question is, will MPs be voting or to approve, reject, or amend the changes? And the answer is not necessarily. Now, changes to immigration rules take effect automatically unless either the House of Commons or House of Lords actively vote to annul them within 40 days. Now, mind you, this particular policy has already been announced on the 4th of December, and as I'm making this video, today is 17th of December, so it's about 13 days already, and there has not been any conversation around any votes taking place to annul some of these changes. Now, usually there's no vote, and the government is not obliged to make time for one, even if a motion against the changes is tabled. So it means that many of these MPs coming on the media to share their thoughts, how they are not in support of all of these changes in immigration policies. The truth is, it might actually be very difficult for them to be able to annul some of these changes. So the possibility of them, voting to annul these policies is close to zero, really, to be honest. So if there's a debate on changes to the immigration policy, the proposed changes cannot be annulled. They can either be accepted or voted down in their entirety. So no further legislation is needed. So yeah, that's the set truth. So all of this is just them airing their opinion. If the government is not really ready to listen, then all of these policies will definitely be passed into law. Now, my constituents will be extending their spouse or partner visa after spring 2024. Will the 38,700 salary threshold apply to them, or only the first-time visa applicants? Now, to be honest with you guys, this particular question I think is really one of the most important questions among people who are currently in the UK planning to renew their visa, especially those on the skilled worker visa and the spousal visa. And the question has always been, will this new policy also affect them? For instance, if you have a job that you earn, let's say for instance £28,000, and you're applying to renew your visa as a skilled worker, do you need to also meet the salary threshold? Of course, a lot of people will have to go back home, because between 2 years or 3 years, depending on how long your COS was given, how possible is it for someone to actually move from 28,000 down to 38,700 pounds on the same job? The only way is probably for you to try to apply to a new job that of course pays higher than what you're being paid, basically. So anyway, that's really been the question. Will this policy also affect those who are planning to renew their visa? Now, initially, its government spokesperson confirmed that it will affect those who are applying for visa extensions. However, the Home Office has since said that this has not been decided. They said, according to their words, they said, we are establishing the specifics of the policy, including how it will apply to those renewing visas, and will confirm more details in due course. When the minimum income was first announced, introduced in July 2012, people already were exempted under transitional arrangements. So this policy happened also in June, in 2020, in July 2012, and the policy didn't take effect, or it didn't affect those already in the UK. So because of those exempted under transitional arrangements. However, people applying for permanent residence, known as the settlement or indefinite leave to remain, after being on a spousal or partner visa, are also required to meet the minimum income rules. The decision on whether to exempt people extending visa from a higher threshold is likely to cover those applying for permanent residence as well. So finger crossed. So this is not just affecting those who are renewing their visa. So even those who are planning to apply for permanent residence, the minimum salary requirement might not really apply to them. Now, another question being asked is, can both the applicants and the sponsor's income be counted towards the new salary threshold of 38,700? Now, when applying for the initial visa from outside the UK, only the sponsor's income can be counted towards minimum income threshold. For extension and permanent residence, both incomes count. People generally need to provide evidence of having earned that income for the past 6 months. There are also some options for people who do not earn the minimum income, allowing them to qualify for the visa by other means, such as by using savings above £16,000, or in exceptional circumstances. The Home Office says this will still be possible once the threshold rises. Now, another question being asked is, will there be changes to amount savings needed as an alternative income? Now, under the current rule, the amount of savings required would automatically increase as the headline income threshold rises. If nothing in the rules were to change other than the income threshold rising to 38,700, this would push up maximum savings required from £62,500 to £112,750. Now, another question really being asked is, do any comparable country apply minimum income rules to spousal visa? Now, all of this information is actually on the House of Commons Library website. I'm going to be sharing the link in the description below. Then you can just click on the link and get to read more and digest more on some of this information being shared on the House of Commons Library website. So if you have any thoughts around this conversation, please state in the comment section. If you are coming across this channel for the first time, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to join the amazing Goyo family. And my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.